We got together with some other moms, and I remember them talking about that I have gay friends and I have lots of gay friends, and I'm fine with people who are gay, but I teach my child that in our family, we don't do that. What? Okay. I can understand the people with their religious beliefs make this statement, but it's okay if other people are gay, but it's not okay if your child is. Like, really thinking about that. What kind of message is, sending your child that, well, our beliefs say that we don't do that, but it's okay that other people are. So in one ways, that's an acceptance of other people. And yet you are putting expectation on your child, which of course you could argue we won't get into the whole religious component of this, but expecting your child to follow a certain path that you prescribe is when they are reaching the age of gaining their own independence, and their education is taking them into other areas that you might not understand because times are changing and there's more information and education and it's more readily available, that there might be a point where they question the way they were raised and their beliefs. And that really is important. If we as young adults didn't question things, we wouldn't make change in the world. New things wouldn't happen if people didn't question. If you didn't question, oh, gee, we're riding on a horse and it gets hard to get from here to there, but that's the way it is. And that's the way we always do it. You wouldn't have invented the motor vehicles. And so that questioning, that exploration, that rejecting things they feel that are not working is really a part of the human experience and a part of a child growing up. And you look at talking about teenagers and they're rebelling and all this, they're gaining their independence, they're figuring out their place in the world. And kids who are brought up in an environment of respect and allowed to explore and in a safe, healthy environment, you can still do that. You can still have boundaries and limitations within your family. But if you have an environment of openness and discussion, you're less likely to have that kid who just takes off and rejects everything, runs away, breaks from the family. This is why suicide is such a an epidemic in this country for children and teens and young adults, because depression and links to lack of acceptance across many different areas, and even more so for LGBTQ plus youth.